It's going to be part 2 on the John Deere SST-16 at Bears Rod Shop's owned probably now going on 5 years. And I'm showing these belts today for a reason. I took off the original drive belt, which the part number would have been for John Deere JD 139970, and a Gates belt crosses with a 6727 BR, Boy Robert. And I put on this belt here. It was a good match down there at my auto supply house, and but it's only a half by 130 inch or 13 millimeter by 3302 millimeter, but the pitch is wrong. And the pitch on the A128 is like 30, and the one on the John Deere belt, that number I just gave you, that 139970, or the SKU number, you could just use M139970, has about a 39-degree pitch. So the saga continues, and while we're sitting here, I'm going to put that fan back on showing operating, but I had to remove it too. I've got to remove that A128 belt, which is a booger. Anybody that owns one has got to love them or hate them, because they are a booger to put that belt on. But here's the 3D printed one here, and I went ahead and drilled some venturas around this outer band that will let that air sling out of that band. John Deere puts a real flimsy plastic fan on, and this one here is 3D printed solid. I had Alan, and I don't know, in one of them other videos I explained that I moved and extended this column up 10 millimeter to clear the actuator rod, and then also it'll clear the gas tank over here about 12 millimeter and clear that actuator rod about 10. Again, I'm going to show this because the videos have been kind of chopped up. This is the one that lasted 4 years, but you can see that actuator rod just gnawed away, and you know, I never did, because the motor's so loud, never did hear it, but lo and behold, this thing was destroyed, not only by the actuator rod, but by debris. All right, let's reiterate these here. Like I say, if you go on to the John Deere diagrams, images, this belt for the drive to the transmission is 131 5/8, not 130. So unfortunately, the belt that I put on will be hanging in here in the shop, and I'll probably never use it, because I don't expect my auto supplier to take back a belt that has been on one time and turn, but would not get out of transmission when you depress the pedal. Let's take a little walk here for part 2. While I had the deck off, I didn't notice it until this morning. Let's get that belt out of the way. This is an M belt right here, number. You can look that up. That's part number 23 that drives the deck. Anyhow, didn't even notice it, but I've got to take and cut this and grind it and re-weld that one bracket, which would be over onto the left side. Let's go out here a minute and show you an old trick. I don't know. Terrell Fix-All is my buddy I watch on lawn mowers, and then I get a lot from Jack Collins, is one of my regular subscribers and viewers. And Jack has been very good help there in Ohio. He doesn't have a website or anything, but that spring right there hooks onto that idler pulley underneath. And to pull that thing by yourself, you're gonna need to make you a hook. And if you go on to Terrell's Fix-All on a zero steer technology, which is SST, you're gonna need to make you a hook because there's no way you can pull it. So what I did is I removed that bracket. We can move the broom out of the way. This bracket is the one that held on to the 3-bag deal, which I don't bag my grass. Man, it's a pain with all the stickers. So I took me one of my deals off of my machine mill back there, and then I can run this through. Doing one-handed here. Well, I'm not gonna fight it, putting it through, but it goes through there. And then you can hook down here, and you can hook that spring, and then be able to pull that spring with 2 nuts with a piece of small 1/4-inch all thread. Make you a hook, because it's gonna make life a lot simpler. All right, it's a shame. Everything else is working, but when you depress the brake pedal, it kept spinning the transmissions. And I kept having right and left. The diaphragms were working great. So we're hoping tomorrow, or maybe as late as Friday, get in the new right number, part number for the John Deere belt, and get this thing reassembled. So we may even go into a part 3 on this thing, but the mower deck needed some attention as well. And while I've got it, I'm gonna flip the thing over, check them blades good. Might as well, but we need that thing going. And the Troy belt had to go back to a friend of mine that I bought from, Mr. Pepper. He's gonna check out that belt because sometimes it won't disengage. So the Troy belt is no longer here in this video. It's over at his shop, and I know he'll tell me what he finds on it. But you guys gotta love or hate these spin steer technology older mowers. This is 99, been a diehard. And let's pick back up with part 3. We get the new belt on. Let's show this thing running and steering like it ought to. Bears Rod Shop will be out of here for June the 6th. And boy, the heat cranking up and maybe some rain. We need it bad, but this will be into part 2, and then we'll finish up. Hope this helps somebody that has one of these older ones. There's a lot of videos on YouTube and the creators out there, and don't let them get real dirty like I did down in here. It was a shame how much debris over a couple of years that got collected. The new fan's going to really help, and we're going to do more TLC maintenance every fall when it goes down. We're out of here. We'll see you on part 3.